Okay. I think this is it. Hmm. I don't think there's anything really important over there. I think we can do that. Here. I do like this one. There is so nice looking. How do you transform it? Come on. Okay, that'll work. I don't know why, but YouTube's been deleting the chat. And it's kind of been annoying me because if I'm talking to people in the chat and you watch the like playback or whatever, it sounds like I'm talking to myself, and I don't want to sound like I'm talking to myself when I'm not. If I'm talking to myself, that's fine, but if I'm not talking to myself, uh, then the chat should be visible. So I think I got. Okay, let's make sure I can see everything real quick. There you go. Okay. So we need to organize some stuff here real quick. I've gotten the stuff for 3D printing. And while I'm finishing out the more detailed parts of the model, I kind of want to play with the PLA I've gotten to make sure the concept I have is even going to work. So we're going to play with making this lampshade finished and then printing out the lampshade. I want it pretty big, so it's going to take at least 24 hours to print. each time I try to print it. So if everything goes perfectly, it'll take 24 hours. If everything doesn't go perfectly, it'll take much more than 24 hours. It could take like up to a week to print out. So while I'm finishing the other pieces, probably a good idea to get something that's printable. So we're gonna go ahead and do the lampshade first, and we're gonna add some more collections here to kind of. We're gonna call this character sculpt, which is basically what that is. So let's see here. That goes into character sculpt. Yeah, cool. A collection here, cube, character sculpt. So let's. None of this stuff is organized. Let's go ahead and name it. Say what it is. Get it all like out there, yeah. Yeah, this is lamp, this is lamp. Okay, so we'll make another collection. We'll call it lamp. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. Call this lamp. Okay, so we're gonna put these two in here. I'm gonna have to figure out like some of these parts here. There's gonna be a cylinder in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so that's part of the lamp. So this cube here, top. Okay. These are eyes. And I guess that's right. We'll do hand, right, lower, hand, right, upper, hand, left, upper, hand, left, lower. That's this one. Body. That's a head. Okay. So all of that is properly named and stuff. Okay. So that's correctly named. Lamp, we have two shades here. So this is the pillar. We may have to make that slightly thicker. It's gonna be housing wiring and stuff. So I might have to make it even thicker. Trying to decide which one I want to print out first. This one's gonna be easier. So we're gonna go ahead and hide the character sculpt and just keep this. That's probably gonna be okay. Okay. So they moved all this stuff and I don't know where the hell I am anymore sometimes. Okay. I think if I do like, no, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. It's just going to be the transparent one. So let's add a modifier and then we're going to do solidify here. Even thickness maybe. Only rim. Fill. Even thickness. Edge data. Inner crease. What does this do? Bevel convex. What is that? What? Come on. I probably should like figure out like what kind of size I can do here. Normals. Interesting. Do I like that? Okay, we're just gonna, whatever, apply. So here, yeah. Okay. Box select that. SZ0, grab Z. Okay. So now that's gonna sit. So we want to add a honeycomb here. I think the easiest way to do this is probably going to be, where is it? A circle. See your honeycomb pattern? Okay, so it's 6. Hexagon, okay. So here's add circle, vertices 6. Now we got a hexagon. Okay, we're going to add snapping here. And then we're going to have a mirror modifier. Okay, so when we do this, yep. Nice. There you go. Gonna put that right in the middle. That might not work. Okay, so I got the snap here. What is it? Snapping to face, right? There we go. Okay. Okay. There's got to be a better way to do this. But probably a better way to do that. But it's definitely the way I know how to do it. There we go. Make it as close as possible. I'm not going to cry if it doesn't look perfect, but I'll cry if it doesn't look perfect. Let's do some research real quick. Blender. Yeah, that's not great. I mean, technically that'll work, yeah. I don't like that method, but that'll work. I mean, we can do that, I guess. Why is this that color? What? Oh, okay. So what it says I can do is do this. What? Come on. And then that. And then maybe like honeycomb pattern. Okay. Technically don't have the rights to use this, but I'm not. I just did a reference here. So, and it's a honeycomb pattern. So, what are we gonna call this? Do I have like a special like folder for this yet? I probably do. Where did I saving this stuff? That's a horrible place to save this. Is that where I'm saving this? We're not saving this there. Okay. I need a new folder. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna create folder B lamp. Okay, so we're gonna save this. Let's save this as honeycomb pattern. Okay. Hit all the okay to all the sections. Okay. Got this. Object mode here. Tab. Control E. Mark seam. Then we do UV editor here. Alright. Okay. Scale that. I don't care. Okay. And then we're going to do image open. Print projects, B-lamp, honeycomb pattern. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, call this honeycomb pattern. Okay, so base color. And we have image here, I think, right? Image texture. They've changed everything. Honeycomb pattern. Okay. And then, okay. That works better. Okay. Whatever. That's what it should look like. So now what we have to do is, and yeah, that's, do I want it to be slightly bigger? That seems about right to me. So we're going to add a mesh here. Just do a plane. And then this, we're going to do some stuff with the visibility here. Make it always in front. Let's make the color, we're going to make it yellow so we know what's going on. We're going to do wire. Okay. So, should be snapping. Is it snapping? See face. Uh... Everything gets changed around and I don't know where the heck I am. What? Where's the normals? Oh no. Normals. Okay, normals here. Flip, maybe? Maybe that fixed it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tab into this. And there. Still not working. Maybe volume. Vertex, maybe? That's so weird. It's just itself, maybe? Face, maybe? Come on. Okay. Is that working now? It seems to be okay. So basically what I'm going to do now is we're going to trace stuff. If I can just turn it into geometry, maybe. Turn texture into geometry. Yeah, I can do that. I could probably do it, but I don't really care to. Let's add a solidify modifier here. Why is that not working? Interesting. Okay. Cool. Should just be sticking to it. Was it? That's not. That's way too big. There is no way that that's right. Hey, that's way too big. Out there. Okay. Hope this will help me figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong with the I am doing something wrong with this. I know I am. It's more, I haven't done this in a while, and I'm making excuses now, but I know it's possible, so we're just gonna do it until I figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong. Okay. But we're actually gonna print this out in 2 different layers. So I'm planning for the main thing to be transparent, and then let there be a honeycomb pattern that's going to be like in gold on the outside, which would be pretty to me anyway. So then when you like flash a light through it, what I'm hoping is if this works. Looks like half of it's like not flipped correctly somehow. I think it's just this one here I added. Let's see here. Faces. Okay. At last. Okay. Gonna go ahead and just... There must be a way to do this easier probably, but... Okay. That base is kind of... Okay, so that's basically what we want. So what we're kind of going to do is... See if I can get that to just... Replay. Kind of like doing it, but not really? What's wrong with this thing? Let me look up a reference here. Where's my YouTube's thingabopper? It's really weird. So there's no viewers. Okay. 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 I think that's right. Let's see. Snap to Blender. It's not it. Blender manual. I am now reading the Blender manual. Remember when I first started learning Blender, there was actually this book that came out, and it was maybe only one of two books at Borders. Yeah, there was an actual bookstore back then. And I went there and bought the book. And I was looking online later about like reviews or whatever, and the person who wrote it actually said it was a horrible book and then nobody should buy it. And I was like sitting there looking at my purchase and going, oh, okay, cool. Uh-huh. What? Uh, I don't understand any of that. Closest. I want to do that to the base, probably. There we go. That's better. I press buttons and now it works. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, that's what I want. Jesus. Blender, why are you so difficult sometimes, huh? Just just do what I want you to do without like any work. Right? Okay. Now mm-hmm. Hi. Okay. Now we can kind of see what's going on. Body gives me chills. Okay. Now what we can kind of do is what if I can change like alpha? If I do like alpha, is that gonna let me? Of course not. Okay. If I do here, are you gonna let me do that? Can I do alpha now? No. Okay. Guess that's a Boolean value. Jesus. Okay, so let's go back to here, I guess. Haha. That'll make retopology easier later in a second. But Amazon is bringing my bulk thing of glue sticks. And I want to have those glue sticks. As soon as I have those glue sticks, I want to be 3D printing, okay? Because the second I'm not 3D printing is just not acceptable. What was that? The lemon grab guy who said that? He said, unacceptable. Yeah, it's unacceptable. Let's turn off this for now. You don't really need to see that. We have it, so we're good. See here. Gotta be a better way to do this. Fun to like do it all this way and then realize at the end, oh, there's a better way to do it. It's really weird. Okay. Somebody might be watching, I don't know. Uh, yeah, see, this is coming soon. I want it. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. There's gotta be a way to do this. Like that. That's exactly what I want. How do I do this? See that? That's what I want. Yeah. That's exactly what I want. Ah. Okay. I think maybe that's possible. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Scale. 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 Perfect. That's it. Okay. We're up to X. Okay. Now, what did they say? Array modifier? Array modifier. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How many? Let's see how many across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14. Trying to decide if I want to rotate this bit or this bit. Let's go ahead and rotate this one. Okay. Grab X. Okay. Okay. You want it to merge. Then we do another array modifier. Yeah. See 0 here. Oh, it's not right. There's 0 here. And then Y, I guess. And then uh 05, 02, 03. Yeah, we're just guessing now. 035? That's about right. Okay. Now Y 0.035. 07? Let's do 35. No. Let's do 0.5. See what that does. Oh. 75. Okay, merge. Okay. 6. Okay. Okay. So okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So I don't know. Array. Array. And I go ahead and yep. 0. What was this one? 7, 5. Let's do that to twice. Need a calculator. 0.75 times 2. 1.5. No. 0.75 again? Maybe. 0.8. I don't know why. Okay, so let's do it again. Array. 0. Try 0.9. Uh, 0.9. Okay. Grab Y. One more should do it. Okay, so this one be 0. Harmy, you're fine, honey. 0.9? No? Maybe 5? Okay. And then we have to make sure they're all merging. Okay. Add modifier. It's like a curve thing, I think. What's the next thing I did? Okay, curve. Modifier, curve. Curve, I think is what it said. Okay. No, Harmy, you're fine. Okay, so I guess it's this. I've never used these before. At least I don't remember using these before. So, but I'm assuming it is somewhat like Adobe Illustrator or something. So we're basically gonna put this here and kind of make it a little bit above it. We don't want it printing exactly on top of it, but we want it kind of close. And actually, I think what we can kind of do is any overlap will just you want this to be straight too. Okay. And object mode, make all this stuff line up. Make that right in the center. This should also be right in the center there. Okay. Now we're going to take, where's the curve? Okay, so here, it's here, curve. Okay. Deform axis. Why? Nope. Move X. Okay. X. Okay. That looks right. Okay, that's why scale. Okay. Okay, so we'll do a second one, I guess. Y probably. That is not right. Okay. You rotate C90. Let's do Y here. C. No. Okay. That actually works really well. So, I think I'm gonna print it like upside down like that probably. Okay, so that's probably pretty good. We're not gonna do solidify it first here. Okay. See here, let's do in front. I of course can't see a gosh darn thing. Where is it? Okay, so what that's gonna do is it's gonna try to get it as close as possible without the mesh actually going inside. Okay. Let's do the other one. Okay. Okay, I think that's probably good. What did I do? Hello. Base color. Okay. I want it to go a little bit off the edge so I can cut them off to make it pretty. Like I want a clean edge. And this should be right there. Okay. 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 Just messing around till I can get something that looks decent and needs all the requirements I have for this project. Why are you so high? Hmm. You know what? That's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and fly all of them. Then we're gonna add a what is it called? Solidify. And we're actually gonna go down here. Right? Yeah. Okay. So now that we've got that, we're gonna add a Boolean here. That sphere O2 maybe? Intercept. Hide here and we'll see what happens. Oh. Add the Boolean to the wrong part. See here, Boolean. Okay. I think it's CO2, right? No, it's 0, 1 here. Sphere 01. Cool. Difference union? Nope. That's neat. Hide that. That's really weird. Cool looking though, isn't it? What's it look like there? It's weird. Okay. Grab Z. That's about right. Grab Z. Union? What's that do? I think it's just my computer shit. So I think's happening. Looks like it's gonna take some finagling. That's maybe the closest I can get. And then I could just fix the last little bit, I guess. Oh. No, it should be. Let's try merge vertex. Maybe something's wrong there. By distance. Go. Let's see. It's just not working. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go to outlier here and show the sphere here real quick. Okay. Let's try adding the boolean here. Okay. So we're gonna add a boolean to the duplicate. Okay, and then we're gonna have the honeycomb. Alright, this. Union. Intersect. Let's see. What was that? Maybe that. Okay, we'll try it. Put the yellow on. Show the original sphere. I mean, no. That didn't work. Intersect. Hold tolerant, maybe? Ooh. Should I just do it over again? That seems about right. It is an alien brain. god. An alien brain that's taken far too long for me to do. But this would be the easy part. See here, let's hide that for a second. Why? Let's take that out. Mm. Mm. Thought this would be easy, but it's not liking it very much. It's a honeycomb. Like I said, she's half Phoenix Fox and half bee. So she has like, so that's going to be what the lamp's going to be. So the idea is I'm going to print out the honeycomb in one color, and then the rest will be transparent. And then hopefully, like, I can paint the honeycomb like gold, and then have the light come through the transparent PLA. It's not going to be very interesting though, so if you want to go watch something else, I don't mind. It's going to be a lot of me just going, huh? Yeah, it's going to be what the lamp's kind of going to look like. I'll bring a picture of her again. So she has this ball. It's hard to see. It's like a disco ball with like honeycomb on it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing the disco ball part. Why am I so bad at this? I thought this would be the easy part. The Boolean operation is like one of the easier things to do in Blender. Jesus. That looks right. It's close anyway. Aha! 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 There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Solidify. Okay. And then that just print one, print two. Then glue them together. There we go. And then I'm going to make like a rim to like clean it up a bit. Whew. I think this is like, okay. Okay, so I think if I take like an edge here, like that. And then, come on. Loop select, come on. Don't fail me now. Maybe Control L? Selection? Okay. So, extrude. And then that's like the base. So that's the base of the lamp, I think. And there are going to be some like lights I'm going to hook up in the here, electronics, etc. go into base. Make this also yellow because they'll be part of the same part. I don't know how that came from. Let's see. Scale Z0. Make it nice and flat. See, go through. Oh, scale Z0. See? Yes. Okay. Yep. I think that'll work. So, the lamp's going to take a very long time to print. And I want to start with something simpler. So, I want to print the base to play with the lights and stuff while I'm doing other stuff. So, that way I can figure out how to get the lights to work appropriately in this part before getting it to try to work through her tail. Because eventually it should work through her tail. So, control join. And then, wait, we don't have any Boolean or anything anymore, does it? No, we don't want to solidify. What are we doing here? Add solidify. Simple, complex? Is that going to make it look prettier? Should I make it thicker? I don't want to make it too thick, but I want to make it thick enough that it 3D prints okay. I think that's right. We'll do this. And then go ahead and we're going to delete everything beneath the rim. And then go back to this. I actually think it's going to be the easiest part. Because it's like an arch. And 3D printers tend to like arches. Especially the bottom part that's going to be transparent PLA. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to print. So, because I can kind of get like a size estimate from what the rest of the lamp's going to look like from that bit. I'm not planning on having any supports here. You know this, right? None of this is going to have supports. This shouldn't have supports at all. To me, like some of this got messed up. Cool. We'll just fix it. Maybe. Hope not. Hmm. We're gonna see if we can control D that quite a good bit here. No. Okay, cool. God, it's so pretty. But it makes me like dizzy to look at for long periods of time. Oh, that's gross. Not gonna go see that. In front. No, I don't want in front. I want solid. Cool. Okay, let's duplicate this again and try again. What did I do? I messed it up, most likely. Let's see here. See, grab. See. Okay, and then here, add modifier, Boolean. Union. Okay. Union. Okay, so plain. Uh-huh. 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 No. Hold tolerant. Ha. I think it was intersect is what I liked. I wonder, like, if I can do this here. No, that's not it. That looks right. Then here. And yellow. Then we want solidify modifier. Offset, we want it to be positive, probably. Right? And then like that. Kinda. Maybe like make it bigger? No. That does something. Maybe we'll do this to hide some of the imperfections there. Some of that's missing there. I don't like that. It does. My computer is not very strong, so it looks at this and it basically commits suicide. Goes no, and just dies. So in theory, this should be very easy. It's not. See, I figured out what I was doing wrong with the snap thing. So I can do remesh later. So I'm excited about that. glitched pop is really weird. Pretty much. I'm very much a, you're gonna do what I want you. Oh. Oh. I wish I hadn't done that. I look. Good God. Okay. Yeah. See if I can find any other holes or places I'm just like, that's absolutely gross. I can't tell what that is. What are the lines? Wait. Wait, what are those lines? I don't think there's any, like, material in there. What? This shouldn't have any pictures on it. What's going on? Oh. That's not good. We're just gonna ignore it. What did I do? Good God. Okay. Whatever, we're gonna. What, union? We'll try, we'll brave another union, I guess. Uh. Okay, Boolean. Union? Okay. That looks fine. That looks good. Ish. Where's the Boolean? Wait a second. Wait. Wait. No. Uh-huh. No. Okay, whatever. What did I do? Oh, good God. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's right. We want that gone. Yes. For difference. Yeah. Why do I have this problem with Booleans? You would think I would not have problems with Booleans, but no. Fudge. Why did that do that? No, I do not understand Booleans at all. Oh. Mm. Mm. No. Union, come on. Oh, that's it. Okay, we got it. Mm. Ooh. scale? Oh god. Okay. Maybe I should have done this part first and then worried about the base. Problem is, I gotta do this I gotta do this a second time for the top. My computer's not liking me. Did I have it snapped? Oh, I have it snapped. No, we don't want it snapped. Crap, why? Nope. Why? I actually watched a tutorial on this already. Kind of. In fact, I learned by doing. See? Ooh. Scale, probably. I've almost got it anyway. We're close. There we go. Yeah, that's actually right. That's it. That's as good as it's gonna get. Okay. We got some, of course, like messed up parts to fix. Some holes, probably. The geometry is pretty messed up. Trying to get this to print is gonna be hell, probably. Not because of the geometry, it's because of the way I made it is booleans and like operations, and I do not think that the geometry yeah, that's not right. I learned by breaking stuff. And this is definitely broken, so good job me. Huh. Okay, let's add a modifier. We're gonna try a remesh modifier to see what the hell that does. Because I'm curious. Is it gonna fix it or make it worse? I can't see anything. What does it say? Why? Why would your management ever ask you to stop learning? That's silly. Oh no. Yeah, that's basically what I do too. I did get yelled at recently, but I kind of blame them, not me, because I'm pretty sure it was his problem. So our client didn't know. Like I was building a library. I was asked to build a library, so I built the library, and then it got installed on our client's computer without their knowledge. I am not allowed to talk to our customer. That's like a closed door. I'm not allowed to talk to them. So they're like blaming me because they've installed a library that they asked me to build on our client's computer. And I'm like sitting there going, okay, I'm just gonna let them yell at me. I just don't care. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, well, why did you ask me to build a library? And then why were you installing it on there? You didn't let them know about that? I thought that they were paying for it. What's going on? So they asked me to build an API library and then didn't tell the client that they were doing that. And now the client's pissed, and I'm like, that's not my fault. I've only talked to that person like 5 times in like 4 or 5 years. I don't know. It's been a long time in the library too. Right? I thought that the customer knew about the library. I thought that they knew it was on their system. And I'm not in any of the meetings. So how am I supposed to know this? They don't know that. I think I may have killed this. I might have to redo it. Thank you, saving. Hi. They should let me in the meetings at least like once every month or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Void. Yeah, I crashed my computer. So that we know we're doing good stuff. Good times. Well, my boss is the owner. The way it works is we're contracted out to the banks, and and grocery stores, stuff like that. And so my boss is the owner. I know my boss makes a lot of money. Cool. Did I? Is it working? Okay, we are going to save very quickly here before it dies. I'm going to save. It's saving. My stream's dying too. It's like my stream's dying. I did not like that. You know what? That looks really good. We're gonna just hi apply, please. It's gonna freeze again, but it's saved, so I don't care. Oh my god. I need a better graphics card. I can't type now. Oh no. That looks pretty good. And I know the boss at the bank makes a lot of money because she showed me her house, and I'm like, holy crap. She's like, here's my like multi-billion-dollar house. I'm like, okay. I think she badmouthed me. Basically, my boss. Thank you, Critter. It looks pretty with lights coming through it, I think. I'm excited. I think it'll 3D print pretty well. I know you say it won't, but I think it will. I think it'll print really well. Might make the beehive thicker. Maybe. Oh, good God. I'm pretty sure it'll come back, right? Oh, good God. It's gonna come back. If not, I have it saved. Whatever. Bloody hell. I need a better graphics card. Oh. I actually did get a better one, but it's not at the level I need it to be for this. The one I had originally would have like flipped a mess and just died immediately. Like there wouldn't have been any argument. No argument at all. Just dead. So basically, I fix all the problems and I get none of the money. Is the way my job works. Isn't that the way it works all the time? No. I actually have two cards. Because I bought this computer. I might have three cards. So I bought this computer in the pandemic because, as we've talked about, my cat destroys my computer regularly. So I had this really good laptop that I was using that I'd gotten for $100 for the pandemic. You can't get that kind of laptop anymore for $100, but before pandemic it was $100. And my cat, of course, spilled Coke on it and it was dead. I still have it in my, 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 uh, closet. So, I actually have two cards. the Bitcoin frenzy was going on, and all of the graphics cards were like $400, $500, $600, and the computers were like over $1,000. And I was like, So I bought this like PC tower that I could upgrade the graphics card that had decent stats except for the graphics card. So that way I could upgrade when I did. And then a couple months later I bought the a $400 graphics card because it just crashed. I don't think well, maybe I can do this one, but a lot of computers now in America, they design them so you can't take them apart. They're all welded together. And I can build a computer. I've done it before, but it's so much annoyance and work. I just don't want to do it. I probably will eventually. Okay, I think we're back. Yeah, they do. They do it intentionally. Wow. I'm curious. Wait a second. How many polygons is this? It is fun. How many? I don't know. What? God. I'm gonna have to delete this. This isn't working. PC building is fun. But I've been doing it for like a while, but it's just so much work. It's not really even like the actual putting together is not that hard. It's if I had a place close to me where I could go and I could buy this stuff in a day. Yeah, like that's if I could go to a store and buy all the parts myself in a day and then build it, I probably would. But it's going to be a lot of me buying stuff off of random websites, waiting 4 or 5 months for it to ship to me, getting it, realizing it doesn't fit together, shipping it back, and then getting new parts. I mean, I just don't have the time. Or I'm going to pay premium to buy it all from one site and have like a list. So it's a lot of research, me buying stuff, me realizing it doesn't work, shipping it back, buying it again. If I could go to a store, sit there, look at it, read the parts, figure out in a day like have somebody there to like say, oh yeah, this has this problem, this has that problem, I would do it. But it doesn't. It's just this snow. The most complicated I build is a Raspberry Pi now. I love Raspberry Pis. They've just come down in price. I'm thinking of buying the new one. They have an 8 GB RAM Raspberry Pi out now. I want one. But they've been like $200, and I cannot justify $200 for a Raspberry Pi. That's just... I just can't justify it. So... And actually, I do take like some old computers and I like pick them up, Windows XP computers, and put Linux on them. You never found a use for it? I can take them and I can RDP into my normal computer. So I can use it like a Windows laptop actually. So what I can do is I can set up the monitors to them. And I can put a Google Chrome on it. And I can use Google Chrome to... Well, this has all been horrible. So, we're just going to go back to the body real quick. We're going to do some retopologizing because I am done with the lamp today. We're done. We're done. Yeah, I can use it as like an RDP computer. So I can use it like this exact computer here. So I use it for that a lot. And then it's just basically it's a desktop computer. I can run a Blender on it. It's a Linux computer. I can run anything. I can run on this computer usually. I think there's a GIMP you can run on it. I can run GIMP on it. I can run pretty much everything you can run a Linux computer. OpenShot, which is like my video editing software. You can run stuff on it. You can do some sculpting probably. Let's do some sculpting on the hand. What are you talking about? There is. There is. I use my work from my network stuff. I've actually got a second tower in my ex-roommate's bedroom now that's got a webcam on my how do you say? It's got kind of how do you say? Wow, my brain is just not working today. So it's got like a second webcam on my 3D printer, so I can watch my 3D printer from my work computer. There's plenty of uses for a network computer outside of like work. I wonder how much detail I should give this. It's not like it's gonna be like totally interesting. But yeah, I have a monitor on my little 3D printer from here. And that's a use for network. And what else do I do? I use it to protect my computer from my cat. So what I can do is I can have my Raspberry Pi RDP into my computer, and then I don't have to worry about my cat destroying my computer. Like it's constant like problems with that. Oh, well, of course. My cat's constantly trying to kill my laptop, and that's mostly what I use it for. Not that much, you'd be surprised. I'm already peeing already to like 3 computers. Nah, I'm always gonna have a cat. I was thinking about today, like I was like, I'm not a cat dog person. I love my dog, but once my dog's gone, I'm not gonna get another one. I've decided. I thought about getting one for a while, but the last 2 days have been rough. Oh, when I get a cage, I have to have like something. So I basically what I do is I put my computer into my Closet? Yeah, I love my dog, but cats are so much less work. Other than the constantly destroying my computer part, he's pretty easy to maintain. I'm not redoing this hand 4 times. I'm gonna copy it over again. I'm gonna get a cat. I really like cats. Well, I already have a cat, so I mean, I'm a cat person. I love my dog, but the last 2 days, I haven't. My dog like is always right next to me, and like it kind of dangerous sometimes because she almost trips me up sometimes, and I love her, but I like to have like 5 seconds alone sometimes. Just a little bit. And the cat's bad enough, but the dog's like on another level. It's not the computer he's necessarily attracted to, it's the heat. And the fact that I'm messing with it. So it doesn't matter. Like, I could, like, do whatever I want to. It wouldn't help. Here. Yeah. Like, I love her, but I'm cooking, she's right there. I'm trying to clean something, she's right there. I'm trying to do something else, she's right there. I love her, but I need some space sometimes, and I just never get it. Especially working from home, I just never get it. I've been thinking about there's actually these fake trees that I was looking at recently, and I liked them a lot. I might get one. They look cute too. They're like fall leaves or something. It's really cute. I might get that. See. God, I hate hard modeling. I'm so bad at it too. I'm just so bad at it. That would sell. I wonder if you could like. There's some cardboard boxes they sell now for cats where they look kind of cute. I wonder if you could make one that looked like a computer. No. Bugs. No way. Also, I think I'd kill it. Like I just don't think I have a green thumb. Let's do like this donut topology. No. Okay, let's do donut topology then. Where's the crease? Okay. There we go. Get it real small. Cactus might be okay. Cactus might be okay. Hmm. Cactus might be okay. I think the cat, it would defeat the purpose of the cat though, so like The reason I'd be getting one would be to amuse the cat, and I don't know if the cactus is going to be great for a cat. Meow! My cat is like really cuddly though. She's people tell me like, oh, cats are so standoffish. I'm like, what cats have you been around? Why am I making fingernails? This won't print. Oh well. Oh, he never learns. He never learns. Oops. Uh, So I think my boss actually talks dirty to me to my boss at the bank. And I think that's why I didn't get the job at the bank. I'm kind of pissed at him. But what am I going to do? It's kind of trapped me here because the bank's the biggest employer in the state. And if they're not going to hire me because my boss has been talking that, because I'm not there. So he just basically like goes, oh, we're behind. It's Holly's fault. And stuff like that. And it's not. It's like, even a hardware problem, he'll go, oh, it's Holly's fault. So I think he chooses me as like a scapegoat when I'm not there. I think it's part of the reason why he doesn't want me at the meetings. Oh well. Okay. That looks slightly better. Um, Basically, why were the like installers half a state away late? Oh, it was Holly. I know that's what he's doing. I know that's what he's doing. Oh well. Now that I'm gonna take my Japanese certification this year, I looked, but I never, because of COVID, the Japanese certification tests were cut off for several years. So there's like a backlog if people want to take them. So, like a week after the testing opened, the only place I could go was really Hawaii. I can't afford to go to Hawaii for a Japanese certification test, so we're just not going to take it this year, I guess. I'm kind of upset about that. But I haven't studied enough to get better. Or at least not to the point I needed to. So, I guess that's okay. I'm upset. But that's okay. I'll get over it. Maybe next year I can go to actual Japan in July and take the test. That would be nice. Because they only offer it like in December in America. Yeah, well, I am a weeb, so I'll be blaming myself, so. Not as much as some people are, though, I don't think. My interests are, like, really weird. So they're not. I never liked Naruto. I hated Naruto so much. No. Oh my god, are you kidding? Jesus, do you know how uptight the Japanese people are? Oh my god, no, it would never be online. It's been the same since I've been taking it for the last 20 years. So, it's only twice a year, once in July and once in December. And you go to special locations that they've set up, and it's usually at colleges because they have like um, Japanese teachers from all the colleges basically dispense it. So you go to the college, and when I went there last, they made you give them your COVID vaccination certification, your driver's license, and then you had to have your ticket. And if you didn't have one of those three things, you could not get into the test. And you go in the test, and you are not allowed to have any bags or things or whatever. And you have two number two pencils. You have two number two pencils, right? And a clock and a water with no label. And then your test takes for like 3 hours. And then after the 3 hours, they take the tests and they send them to Japan. They don't do the test. They don't like tally the test there. They totally could because the college. There are testing centers at the college that do testing and have it like at the end of the day. They do not do that crap. They gather all the little bubble sheet testing and they send them to Japan. And you get your test results in 3 months. It's insane. I mean, I've passed two levels of them, but I have a little bit of dyslexia, so it's kind of hard for me to pass it if I'm honest with you. Yeah. Well, there's actually like a thing where people will like change the labels and mess with them so they could cheat. I don't know how you would cheat on the Japanese test. There's like, what are you gonna do? Write all like 10,000 vocabulary you have to know? I don't get how you would cheat, but they do that. That's what they do. I'm spending a lot of time on this hand for some reason. Oh well. It's like a thing where you can cheat on a test with the. I don't know how you would do it with the Japanese test. I really do not know. It's just too much information to put on a label, but 2 months you get the test results back. It's very precise. Does not change at all, and it probably will not change for another like 50 years. They do not like change. It's going to be the same for the next. That's actually kind of why I wanted to go to Japan because I'm like, well, if there's any place where AI is not going to take over, it's going to be Japan. I think I just like they had fax machines up until recently. I think they got rid of them recently. Recently, like it's just it's very does not change. Right. Okay, let's do the bottom of the hand a bit. Why am I doing this? Who knows? Because I hate myself. Okay, there we go. I don't think I'm gonna give her 4 joints. We're just gonna give her 2 because they look less creepy. Maybe. I'm gonna add here. Let's turn off this. For some reason this is inside out or backwards or something. Why is this not working? No. Hmm. What? Well, that's kind of why I want it, is because when you get into level, which is like business level, it's considered, you basically, like, it's easier to get jobs. And I should have had it long ago, but I have problems reading, mostly because I read a lot of Harry Potter and manga, and that's not what they exactly test you on. Like, I've never seen a test question talking about, like, muggles. So, um, they just give me the wrong test. Why is this? This doesn't look right. It does not look right. Hmm. It's very desirable to have, if I'm honest with you. Like, it's why I keep on going for it and failing every time. Probably more desirable than a Japanese degree, if I'm honest with you. Because several people I knew in there, they had degrees, but you see this? You see what this tells me every time? It says, hey, your computer's not strong enough to deal with this. And I'm like, okay, cool. It cannot deal with video editing software, which is just great. I need a new graphics card. Maybe if I get a bonus this year, I'll get one. But I'm not going to get a bonus this year, I don't think. It would be easier to get a job overseas if I had the degree, that had that certification. It would be. I know that. It's just, I know that, but that knowing that doesn't help me. The hands look out of proportion now, don't they? Maybe a bit. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe. I think we're okay. This is gonna be fun. Which way is, like, up? This doesn't tell me anything. What haven't I poured down a topology? Mm-hmm. I gotta fix that. I'm out of diet soda and I'm very pissed today because of that. Yeah, no, I want that. Whoa. Oh. What did I do? Cool. Okay. There we go. Why was it not working? It's really bad withdrawal. Uh, I gotta wait for payday to get more Cokes. Because I don't want to buy groceries. But at the same time, I really want those Cokes. So bad. I want it so bad. That's so bad. I ran my last Coke yesterday and I was like, oh god, it's gone. I'm drinking tea right now. Hibiscus tea. It's okay, it's no Coke. Oh my god, I miss Coke. I actually drink off-brand Cokes now because Coca-Cola has gone up like 100%. And there was actually like an article I saw where they're like, oh, why are people not buying Cokes anymore? I'm like, you doubled the price. What did you think was going to happen? Like, did you think people were going to keep on buying Cokes at double the price? Like, I don't understand these people. They're like, what do you mean people aren't going to pay double for Cokes? Tea is good. That's what I've been doing because it's cheaper, better for me. But I still buy some from off-brand Cokes because I'm addicted. I know I am. Just Jesus Christ, man. Miss them. I buy Aldi Cokes now. They're what Coke prices used to be. And I can't tell the difference that much. There's also like a kind of Coke that Juggalos drink. Do you know what Juggalos are? Like, yeah, McDonald's is double in price now. I'm not buying McDonald's. But that I never bought McDonald's because I have allergies. I can't eat wheat. Like, I could eat French fries. Yeah. You're like, why are people not buying McDonald's anymore? Meanwhile, it's the same price as a sit-down restaurant now. I used to live off McDonald's when I was in college because it had $1 menu. You raise your prices to $5 for a small hamburger. What do you think's gonna happen, McDonald's? And they're like trying to blame it on workers. They're like, oh, it's because we have to pay more money for workers. They're not. They have record profits. They just want more profits. And then they're going to blame workers for it. They actually have some like robots coming out now. They're trying to like automate all the workers at the McDonald's and all the grocery stores too. Then they complain about like people stealing stuff. Like, dude, what did you Yeah. What did you think was going to happen? They're just brain dead. The CEOs are just brain dead. I don't know, like, what to do. I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. Why do you think they went down? Some people will not steal stuff because they know it's somebody's livelihood. But if they sit there and see a bunch of robots and they're hungry, they have less incentive to not, you know, steal. So they steal. And like, whoa, I wonder why. Well, a lot of people work in service industry in America. I mean, it's kind of insane how many people work in service industry. We paid them crap. Like I've worked service industry jobs before. We paid them crap, and the reasoning they give is, oh, you're supposed to be a 16-year-old. Well, like they came out with like 90,000 jobs last month. 80,000 of them were in service industry. Are you telling me like 90% of the jobs we're making are only for 16-year-olds? That's not good. That's just their justification. It's not reality. And the retail industry has gotten worse because of AI. They've got this thing called just in time um how do you say, just in time scheduling. And what that basically does is if you work in retail, you do not know your schedule until like the week you get your you do not know your schedule. But they just do not let you know your schedule because the computer figures it out a day before it starts. So the problem with that is most of these jobs do not pay enough by themselves to live off of. So you have to have two jobs. So that only having the schedule out a day before your schedule starts, you cannot go to the second company you're working for and say, here, work around this schedule. So both of them are using the same schedule. So you can't survive anymore because of this AI stuff they've got. Where they don't schedule it a week or two in advance, they schedule it the day before. So you can't have a second job, kind of. So they both want you to have a second job because they're not paying you enough, but they don't want you to have a second job because it doesn't help them maximize profits. So and then they don't want you to get, there's some laws when the Affordable Care Act came through that if you work more than, I think it's 32 hours, something like that, you get health care, right? Because it's a full-time job. They don't want to do that. So they'll pay 15, quote unquote, $15 an hour now, but they never give you enough hours to get full-time. So basically what they're playing at is they're paying you $15 an hour, but they only work you 15 hours a week. And you can't get a second job. And and you can't get health care. Because you can't afford the health care on your own, but your company doesn't offer it because you're not full-time. So if you want like full-time and the health benefits, etc., that goes with that, you have to go and fight people for it. So, like I said, they don't schedule it properly, so people have to reschedule the entire time they're doing it. So they'll go and they'll fight for their hours to try to get 30 hours. So you're sitting there fighting people to get 30 hours. So as soon as the schedule comes out, you start writing, oh, I have a second job, this is their hours, I have to see if I can get out of these hours from one of these jobs, because if I don't, if I don't have work two jobs, I don't have enough money. But I have to get, it's insane. Like, it's so crazy that it's not illegal to do that. You should know your schedule at least like a week in advance, at least. But no, they let you know the day before. And then they do a bunch of illegal stuff too. Like they can override for illegal stuff. Like I was scheduled in like late night shift, so like till I think it was till like 10 o'clock, and then closing is like another hour, so like 11 o'clock I was working till, and then they scheduled me for opening shift in the morning for like putting out product and stuff at 6 o'clock. You do the math between that. There's not enough hours to go home and sleep. So you finish your shift at 11 o'clock. I get home, and then luckily I live like 2 minutes away, and then I'd sleep for 6 hours maybe if I was lucky. Get back up and go back to work. For it's American work laws are just they're non-existent. It's just insane. It's just they're so bad. I remember I was 15 and I was working until 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd wake up and go back at 8 o'clock. I'm not even joking. Like that was what my schedule was like, and then I work a double shift. So I'd start at 8 o'clock, and I work until like 2 or 4 in the morning. Like it was a very long. Yeah, yeah, they were doing that to me. And then the funny thing was they had actually changed the schedule that week to set product out at 7 o'clock and not 6 o'clock. So I was waiting around an hour because I'd been scheduled. But they had changed the schedule. Like it was insane. I quit that day actually because I had just my last job, programming job or whatever. I'd been using it as a stopgap, but I had like some bills and stuff to pay, so I was working on the weekends to try to like get rid of my debts and like catch up or whatever. It was like a stopgap kind of thing. And I just gotten my new programming job, so I was working on the weekends, and they did that to me. And I was like, I went there Friday, worked the night shift, and then came in on Saturday, and they did that to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. Yeah, technically it's supposed to be illegal here, but they just don't enforce it. I think they even told me it was supposed to be illegal. They did it anyway. You just don't have any like say. And nobody checks, so they do it all the time. It's just there is no such thing as like worker like rights here. It's just not right. They have like these rules called right to work, which are crazy. They call them right to work, but they're not actually like pro worker ever at all. See here. You would think like how do you even like get bathe and like feed yourself and sleep in the time they give you? But yeah, I think they've stopped that a little bit since I worked there, at least at the theme parks and stuff, because my small brother did it for a while. But they also do the thing where they don't give you enough hours. Because I actually made a lot of money when I was working there. So they don't pay you well anymore, but they give you like 25 hours maybe if you're lucky. Just insane. The work rules in America just are non-existent. So I'm really glad about the union stuff happening. I'm hoping the union stuff takes off real well. Probably the only thing that's going to save America, to be honest with you. The Hollywood CEOs or whatever were just chomping at the bit to get rid of all the workers. They were just like, oh, cool, we're not going to have any human writers anymore as soon as they saw ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not good enough to write, like, good stuff. What are they? No. It can only write derivative stuff, so you'd have, like, I guess sometimes you can't tell, but imagine never having an original movie ever again because Hollywood CEOs just saw dollar signs. Like, I'd be so sad. They don't know how it works. They keep on calling it AI. Keep on calling it AI. Oh, it's AI. It's AI. It's AI. It's machine learning. There's a difference. It knows things, but it can't tell you how it knows them or why it knows them. It can't tell you how it arrived at a solution. At least not very well. Isn't that fun? Don't you love that? So pissed at it. It has its uses. Like, I use it to practice Japanese because I can give it a list of vocabulary and it can write me a story. And so it's really useful for that. It's great for language learning. Like, really individualized lesson learning. But they're like, oh, we're going to get rid of all the jobs. Okay. Going to get rid of all the programmers. Which, I think I heard somebody say it once, like, there was somebody who actually wrote, like, his legal stuff in ChatGPT. And it uses, like, resources that were basically non-existent. So it was just imagining stuff. And that's why you can't really use it. People who don't understand, like, behind the scenes how it's working are trying to use it, and they don't understand its limitations. It has its uses. But you could use it to replace programmers. You probably could. But the problem is, like, there's a saying, I think it is. It's like, there was a mechanic. He went to a machine shop and hit a machine and fixed stuff. Right? He hit the machine, and then he charged him $1,000. I'm like, why would we pay $1,000 to just hit stuff? He's like, oh, it's $900 to know what to hit and $100 to actually hit it. So they got this ChatGPT that'll get the problem right, like, maybe, I think I saw some numbers like maybe 60% of the time, right? If you're lucky. But then what happens that other 20%? Yeah, like I say, it works really good for, like, lesson plans, for, like, really individualized lesson plans. It's great. I use it for foreign languages that way. It's great for that. But the problem is they don't know the difference between that and, like, oh, it's super AI. It's gonna, like, solve all our problems. Cool. Cool, dude. Tell me how that works out for you. How do I do this vertex thing? I might have to look at the tutorials real quick. But yeah, all the colleges are having problems here in America right now. They're actually all closing. A lot of colleges are closing in America right now. I don't think it's being talked about that much, but they are. Basically, what's happening is For the longest time, it was like, everyone has to go to college, everyone has to go to college. And the problem with that was, of course, not everyone needs college. So they have like absolutes here. Like if you go to college, you'll definitely make a good job. So they sent everybody to college, and then they all got out, and there weren't enough good jobs to pay them. So now plumbers make more than like programmers sometimes because there are fewer plumbers because all the kids are told you have to go to college. There's like no alternative, and of course there wasn't alternatives, but so there was like a giant bubble kinda, and it's kind of the end of it now. So now they're all gonna go, oh, you should all go into trades. So in like 10 years, it's going to be the same thing, but with trades. Yeah. Just go get a college degree. Who cares what it's in? You'll make money. And then, that didn't turn out to be true, and now they're blaming the kids for it. They're blaming my generation. They're like, oh, well, why did you go to college? It's like, because you told me to. Told me if I didn't, I'd be homeless. And they're like, oh, we didn't do that. Yeah, they did. They totally did. Of course, I actually knew it back then. I knew that was going to happen. And my mom thought I was like insane. She's like, oh no. Now she's like, oh, you weren't saying that. I was like, she won't admit it, but she knows I was right. What are you gonna do now? Let's give her wings. She's gonna have like somewhat thick wings, right? Because I want them to print. Go get some debt. It'll be fine. $100,000? That's fine. Some people in my generation are just like they're only students. That's all they do. Where's my little? Let's see, looks like they're scalesy, like that kind of. Okay. Probably. Because the problem is, like, I mean, do you really need a college degree to program? Probably not. I actually did get to, like, sophomore year in programming. The education system was woefully bad, and I only went $10,000 in debt. So I didn't finish it because I found a job and just went and worked. So I remember I'd already had I actually had a 2-year degree in computer science, so I had like the gaming degree already. So I went into the programming 1 class, and I swear to dear God, they had an entire class, just an entire, well, like, one day was devoted to Booleans. Like, I'm not talking like Boolean logic or anything. That might take a while. Just, this is a Boolean. This is it for else statement. I was like sitting there watching them going, oh my God. And then they had like an entire day where they taught us how to write a class on a square. Like, this is a class. It's called square. Here's an int, its width. Here's a public int width. Here's public int height. Here's a constructor variable. That was an entire day. The problem is there's so many different certification programs, I don't know which one to do. I did like some UX stuff in Google stuff because it was fairly cheap to do. I honestly don't know. I still kind of just want to like. I think that maybe Japanese might last me longer because it's not going to change. If I can finish my Japanese certification, then I might be set for the rest of my life. Because if I move to Japan, oh, what the hell did I just do? If I move to Japan and have like, yeah, you just pay like variables into it. It was insane. I was like, you mean I'm paying this much money and you're just gonna spend an entire day showing me how to like do this? It was horrible. So let's duplicate the hand real quick because it's bothering me. You just plug variables into it. I'm thinking like a Japanese certification and then move to Japan. I wouldn't have to get retrained ever again. And that might be nice because, and then it'd be hard to like have an AI replace me too because it would be like, actually, they've been talking about it. American kids are like super bad at computers now. They're super bad at computers now. It's really weird. They can't even type. They can't type. It's bad. It's going to be a very big problem soon. Because they gave them all iPads. They gave them all iPads, so none of them can type. It's insane. Oh, that doesn't look good. Better. There was some way to do hair. I'm going to look this up in a second. She needs hair. Yeah. So, definitely, they don't know file systems. Like, I'm talking like they don't understand computers. I'm not talking like a little bit. I'm talking like it's gonna be bad. I can't say anything. I'm really bad about that. I know I am. I think there was like something I could do here, right? There was like an edge thing, and he said post it here. Uh, hmm, I don't know. Don't know. Nope. Options. Nope. I can't say anything. I'm really bad at passwords. I know I am. I know. My boss. I don't really mind. Probably the only reason I'm actually still at my job is because my boss is okay. Like, he could probably be better, but. And I complained about the pay, because the pay is pretty bad, but other than that, whatever. Why is it. It seems like it's. It's in my imagination. It seems like it's taking away detail, not adding it. That's weird. Oh, there we go. What? There's like a little thing here is for. See if I can figure out how to do that. Not make it look stupid. There's like this bit here. I haven't used that much. There we go. Yeah, I can't say anything either. I'm pretty bad about file sharing stuff. I used GitHub at my last job, but they will not let me use GitHub at this job, and that just drives me nuts. I'm not allowed to use GitHub because they're worried about like security stuff. Oh my god. What? No. It's bad. Yeah, it's actually fur. It's not hard. It's fur. It's like Animorphs. Did you see Animorphs? The York Barge or whatever they were called? That's what they had. They had these things. Let's see, pinch. Where's that? Uh, Come on, pinch. Pinch, baby. That works. It's almost like pinch. Why do they have so many tools that do the same thing? I don't know why they haven't redone Animorphs yet. But the York bars? Oh yeah, the York bars look horrible. But they're supposed to look like though. Oh, it was a great show. It was. I think I actually saw some like interesting like commentary about it recently that I didn't even realize when I was a kid. Um, it was kind of a reaction to Power Rangers. So Animorphs was kind of like the reason she wrote it was a reaction to Power Rangers. And I know that seems strange, But think about Power Rangers, how every week there was a new monster and there were never any stakes. And Animorphs was kind of like the antithesis of that. Like, there were these kids who were thrown into a war and the stakes were higher and people actually did die and stuff. Like, it was, what would happen if it actually happened in real life? Which is kind of cool concepts, because I didn't even know that back then, but that's basically what it was. That's why, the why of Animorphs was, it was, and most of the books, like, they wrote them in a month. These books were not great. Most of them anyway. But it was actually two people, too. I think it was a wife and her husband who did it. And back then, did you know they actually were going to do Sailor Moon like they did Power Rangers? So they were going to have like Sailor Moon version. They were going to call it Sabin Moon. And they were going to do her transformation stuff and etc. in like the anime version. But then like, yeah, they were going to do like the... So after Power Rangers, people were kind of like looking at, and they were going to do Sailor Moon that exact same way. I don't think it would have done very well. Maybe I don't think it would have done well. Would have been funny though. I was a Power Ranger kid when I was a kid. I liked the Pink Ranger because I was a gymnast. I was in gymnastics. So I related to that. I think there's a pilot somewhere. You want to go like down a dark hole at some point. But I really think, I am really surprised they haven't tapped into certain things that should have been tapped into already, considering the bottoms of barrels they've been scraping. One is Tamora Pierce. I am like, just flabbergasted. Nobody's touched Tamora Pierce yet. I am just like, what are you guys doing? Why have you not touched Tamora Pierce yet? Yeah. So I do not know why they haven't touched Tamora Pierce, and they haven't touched uh what is it called? Talking to Dragons. Why have they not touched Talking to Dragons yet? I guess it's because CEOs are mostly males. They do not know like how crazy girls will go after that over that stuff. But my childhood was Tamora Pierce and Talking to Dragons. And it's you can make a TV show of it or like a Netflix series. It would be amazing. Wild Magic especially I loved. It's about a girl who talks to horses, who talks to animals, and she has like a talking horse, and she's half god and ends up like traveling, touching people? Who's touching people? Poor thing. But I do not know. I think it's just the CEOs do not know these series because they just do not have little girls. I don't know. But God, they should have How to Be a Wizard. That was a great show. It's kind of like A Wrinkle in Time, but like more modern. So like that one. Talking to Dragons and Tamora Pierce. Tamora Pierce especially, I am just like flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted they have not like hit that yet. I hit that. But you know. If I had the money. I've seen interviews. She says she's viable. She says nobody's approached her. So I've seen interviews of her saying, oh, If they do Tamora Pierce right, God, no, it would not flop. Oh my God, it would not flop at all. But they have to do it right. I was thinking about that while I was watching the Anne Rice shows they've been doing lately. They are amazing. I am just like floored. I am so happy. I am so happy. I was reading those as a child, even though I probably shouldn't have. It was weird because I was in a Christian school and I was sitting there reading Anne Rice. My teachers were not that pleased with that, but you know, whatever. I think it would be hard to mess it up. Well, I mean, I'd say that about a couple of things, and it's turned out not to be true, so I guess that's true. Ugh. And then they got AI going through it now. Oh, God. The second, like, thing of... What is it? Lestat, the vampire's coming out second one. That's gonna be wild. I'm excited. They're supposed to be filming now, so I'm a little bit concerned about the overlap with the writer's strike. Well, a little concerned would be understating it, actually. And the writer's strike, and the actor's strike also is overlapping it a lot. God, I hope it doesn't kill that. She had a talking beaver. The girl, the wild magic girl with the talking and the, you know, half god. She had a talking beaver. I liked that one. There was Alana the Brave too, which is about a girl who had a twin brother, and she and her twin brother switched places, and she became a knight and he became a wizard. And that was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite. It was like her first series. And then there's the Winding Circle, which is about four, you know, kids with magic. I mean, it's just so ripe. And it was so popular back in like the 90s that a lot of parents read them as a kid. And they have kids now, so they'd probably take them to see the show because they remember, you know, liking it as a kid. I just don't understand why that's not a thing. Yeah, my computer froze again. Oh my God, what time is it? It's 2 o'clock? Oh my God, I've been doing this for like 2 or 3 hours today. God, not a thing I wanted done. I'm probably gonna have to take a break and actually eat lunch. And I think Blender's agreeing with me now, isn't it? God, I love this music. Yeah, my computer's completely gone now. It's gone. It's gone. Hey, Harvey! How you doing? Well, I was a girl in America, and I'm assuming you were somewhere else. Like a red shirt? Like a red shirt and, I saved this already, right? Yeah, I saved it. Okay. What am I doing here? I don't remember. Okay, Critter, I'm probably gonna go ahead and clock and like log off. You go to bed at some point. It'd probably be good. I can get my computer to actually react to me, that'd be good. I'm gonna let my computer like have a break and eat some lunch. So I'll talk to you later.